Have you ever wondered about the real story behind Disney's Moana? While the film is a beloved tale of adventure and self-discovery, it's deeply rooted in the myths, legends, and history of the Polynesian people. From the heroic deeds of the demigod Maui to the ancient art of wayfinding that allowed Polynesians to navigate the vast Pacific Ocean, the inspiration for Moana comes from a rich cultural tapestry that's as fascinating as it is beautiful. In this video, we're diving into the incredible stories and traditions that shape Moana, stories of gods, heroes, and the enduring connection between people and the sea. So, sit back and get ready to explore the real magic behind the movie. Moana draws deeply from Polynesian mythology and traditions, particularly those of the Maori, Samoan, Tahitian, and other Pacific Island cultures. While the story is fictional, it incorporates cultural elements and draws inspiration from historical events and Polynesian mythology, such as the legend of Maui, the history of Polynesian voyaging, Te Whiti, and Polynesian cosmology. Number 1. The legend of Maui. Maui is often described as being born prematurely or cast into the sea by his mother, where he is rescued and raised by divine beings. In some versions, he is the youngest of several brothers and often overshadowed, but proves himself through cleverness and bravery. His upbringing among the gods gives him access to magical tools and abilities, such as his enchanted fishhook. One of Maui's most famous feats is slowing the sun to make the days longer. In many Polynesian cultures, he is credited with using his magical fishhook to capture the sun's rays, either lassoing it or holding it in place. Maui's goal was to ensure there was enough daylight for people to work, fish, and grow crops. Through his cleverness and strength, he succeeds in slowing the sun's journey across the sky, bringing balance to the world. Maui is often said to have fished up entire islands from the ocean. In Hawaiian mythology, he uses his magical fishhook, made from his ancestors' jawbone, to pull the islands up from the sea while his brothers paddle their canoe. These islands are said to form the archipelagos of Polynesia. This story symbolizes Maui's role as a creator and a figure who bridges the divine and mortal worlds. In another well-known tale, Maui brings fire to humanity. In some versions, he tricks the fire goddess Mawika into revealing the secret of fire by pretending to lose it repeatedly. After several attempts, Maui eventually takes the knowledge of fire and shares it with humanity, enabling them to cook food and stay warm. This story illustrates Maui's cunning and his willingness to challenge the gods for the benefit of humans. Maui's stories are symbolic of human ingenuity, the desire to overcome nature's challenges, and the balance between respect for the gods and striving for progress. His magical fishhook, his cunning, and his connection to both the divine and mortal worlds make him a deeply admired and complex figure in Polynesian mythology. Maui represents the resilience and creativity of the Polynesian peoples and their profound connection to the ocean and natural world. I mean, if you've watched Moana, you already know a few of Maui's legends as he sings about them and tells Moana how he gets his tattoos. Number 2. The history of Polynesian voyaging. Another significant inspiration is the Polynesian people's history of navigation and exploration. Over 1,000 years ago, Polynesians were among the greatest voyagers in human history, traversing the vast Pacific and settling islands like Hawaii, New Zealand, and Easter Island. They used sophisticated navigation techniques based on the stars, ocean currents, and wind patterns. However, this voyaging mysteriously ceased for several centuries before resuming again. This historical long pause inspired the film's narrative of Moana's people having stopped voyaging and her journey to rediscover this tradition. Number 3. Te Whiti and Polynesian cosmology. Te Whiti, the fictional goddess in Disney's Moana, represents creation, life, and the nurturing aspects of nature. She is portrayed as a vast, verdant figure who embodies an island itself, with lush greenery, flowers, and life springing from her form. Her heart, a glowing green punamu stone, a sacred jade-like gem, symbolizes her life-giving power. When her heart is stolen by Maui, she transforms into Te Ka, a volcanic demon of destruction and imbalance, wreaking havoc across the ocean and surrounding islands. Te Whiti's story in the film underscores themes of environmental harmony and the consequences of disrupting nature's balance. The restoration of her heart by Moana and Maui symbolizes a return to equilibrium where life and abundance are renewed. While Te Fiti is a fictional creation, her characteristics are inspired by elements of Polynesian cosmology and mythology. Polynesian cosmology is deeply rooted in a spiritual worldview that emphasizes interconnectedness between humans, nature, and the divine. Key concepts include 1. Mana, spiritual power. Mana is a vital spiritual force present in people, objects, and the natural world. It represents authority, power, and life force, and it must be maintained or restored when disrupted. In Moana, Te Fiti's heart can be seen as an embodiment of mana, with its loss leading to chaos and imbalance. 2. Nature as sacred. Polynesian cultures view the natural world as sacred and imbued with spiritual significance. Islands, oceans, mountains, and other natural features are often considered manifestations of gods or ancestors. Te Fiti's depiction as both a goddess and an island reflects this belief, emphasizing the interconnectedness of life and the earth. 3. Creation myths. Many Polynesian traditions include stories of creation that center on gods and goddesses shaping the world. Islands are often said to have been pulled from the ocean by deities like Maui or birthed by divine beings, similar to how Te Fiti creates life in the film. 4. Duality and balance. Polynesian mythology often features dualities, such as creation and destruction, light and darkness, or life and death. Maintaining balance between these forces is a recurring theme. Te Fiti and Te Ka illustrate this duality, where the loss of balance, stealing the heart, leads to destruction, and its restoration brings peace and life. 5. The ocean as a living entity. In Polynesian cosmology, the ocean is not just a physical body but a living force with its own will and personality. It serves as a source of life, a pathway to discovery, and a realm of mystery and power. In Moana, the ocean actively guides and aids Moana, reflecting its role as a spiritual and protective force. Symbolism in Moana. While Te Fiti is not directly taken from Polynesian mythology, she represents ideas central to Polynesian cosmology, the power of nature, the need for harmony, and the sacredness of creation. Her transformation into Te Ka reflects the Polynesian understanding of disruption to the natural order and the importance of restorative action, themes that resonate with modern environmental concerns. Disney's portrayal of Te Fiti as a nurturing, life-giving force pays homage to Polynesian values while weaving a narrative accessible to global audiences. Moana herself is a fictional character but reflects the values and leadership roles seen in Polynesian cultures. Her name means ocean in several Polynesian languages, emphasizing her deep connection to the sea. Her journey mirrors that of traditional Polynesian navigators who undertook great risks to explore unknown waters, guided by their courage and knowledge of nature. To create Moana, Disney consulted with cultural advisors, including historians, anthropologists, and native Polynesian elders, to ensure respect and authenticity. This collaboration shaped the film's portrayal of Polynesian music, dance, language, and art, as well as its depiction of the Pacific Ocean as a living, guiding force. While Moana is a fictional tale, it is deeply rooted in Polynesian culture and mythology, serving as a celebration of the rich traditions and enduring spirit of the Polynesian peoples. Thank you so much for watching this in a nutshell dive into the story that inspired Disney's Moana. I hope you enjoyed exploring the rich mythology, history, and culture behind this beloved film. If you have any thoughts, additional insights, or favorite moments from Moana, feel free to share them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. And before I go, I'd like to sincerely apologize if I mispronounced any names or terms. Polynesian culture is incredibly diverse and meaningful, and I always strive to show it the respect it deserves. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss more fascinating stories like this one. Until next time, keep exploring and stay curious. Mahalo.